Hello and welcome to Coffee Moments with Elsie, a time of sharing tips and nuggets from the Bible to help us live our daily lives. Today we're going to look at something I have titled Gideon's Army. It's from the book of Judges, and we'll just read quickly from Judges chapter 7. We'll begin from verse 2. And the Lord said to Gideon, "The people who are with you are too many for me to give the Midianites into their hands, lest Israel claim glory for itself against me, saying, 'My own hand has saved me.'" We'll jump to verse 4b. Now let's jump to verse 4. But the Lord said to Gideon, "The people are still too many. Bring them down to the water, and I will test them for you. Then it will be that of whom I say to you, 'This one shall go with you,' the same shall go with you. And of whomever I say to you, 'This one shall not go with you,' the same shall not go with you." Then verse 6. And the number of those who lapped, putting their hand to their mouth, was 300 men. Verse 7. Then the Lord said to Gideon, "By 300 men who lapped, I will save you and deliver the Midianites into your hand." You know, this scripture is a familiar scripture, and I always find it strange, and I always say to myself that how is it that God says to Gideon that you have 30,000 people, you have 20,000 people, you have 10,000 people, and those people are too many for me to give the Midianites into your hands. You are going into a war, you are a general, you are a fighter, you are taking people into the war. Doesn't it make sense that you should take as many people as possible? But God says, no, that's not how I work. Because if the people with you, if the resources you have are too many, are so many, you will say, no, this thing, I won this victory by myself. I arrived here by myself. Oh, I had a lot of money. I did work. People paid me. I made a lot of money. And so I was able to solve my problems. But God says, no, if I allow that, then the glory goes to you, not to me. And something we must realize as children of God is God will never share his glory. Never. God will never ever share his glory with anybody. So he says to Gideon, reduce these people to a ridiculous number, a number that would ordinarily be considered ridiculous, and then I will give you victory. Then I can give you the victory, because the glory will come to me. And if you read on down that chapter, you see that God gave him a strategy, an unusual strategy. And then God showed him ahead of what was going to happen. And with that strategy, he was able to defeat his enemies. So today, I want to ask you, what is that army you are gathering, rather than going to God for a strategy? And I pray for you that whatever you are struggling with today, whatever you are dealing with, whatever you are trying to resolve that requires you to gather an army, may the Lord raise 300 men, whatever that represents. May the Lord raise a ridiculous number of people, of resources, of whatever you need to overcome that challenge. And may all the glory go back to God. God bless you and have a fantastic day.